Alrighty guys, welcome to my NBA video here today for Sunday, January 29th, 2023. My name is Brock Page. I've been doing sports picks for free on YouTube since 2016. I also sell my personal plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. Now guys, real quick, if you find yourself enjoying these videos each and every day and you want to show some support, you're more than welcome to sign up for any one of my memberships on my website. Now, of course, I'm going to recommend that you pick up my all-inclusive board member package. It gives you access to every single play, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days if you sign up here today. It literally gives you access to every play I give out on that site and every single membership that's offered there. That's why I call it an all-inclusive package. And I'll tell you what, if you sign up here today, the math is going to work out to be just $1.66 a day over the long term for that 30-day span. And it's certainly good value for you, as I'm posting anywhere between 4 to 6 personal plays on that site every single day. Most other handicappers are going to charge a couple $100 for just a weekend of service, sometimes just a day of service. So it's certainly good value. Like I said, $1.66 a day. The math works out to be over the course of the next 30 days. It's a safe and secure website, guys, so if you're serious about sports betting, I strongly suggest you at least consider it. And of course, if you just want to show support, but not to the extent of the board member package, if $1.66 a day is a little bit too much for you, I do have a lot of smaller, lesser expensive packages you can sign up to as well. Now, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do on Patreon and what I do here on these free videos. Well, what I do on the videos is sometimes I'll handicap the entire slate of games like I'm going to do here today, side and total. And what I do on my website is I actually share with you which one of these free plays that I'm actually betting on personally. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the Heat at the Hornets, 1 o'clock Eastern start time. Miami's the 5-point favorite, totals 223. Now, the Heat's been playing some really good basketball as of late. They're currently on a 3-game heater. And in addition to that, they also got the win in 7 out of their last 9. Now, when it comes to defensive play, not many teams are tougher than these guys. Miami's currently allowing fewer points a game on the road than any other team in the NBA right now, except for one. And when it comes to defense production, Jimmy Butler, he's averaging a couple of steals a game along with 4 defensive boards. Now, Jimmy's also the team's leading scorer with nearly 22 points a game. Meanwhile, Bam Adebayo averages 21.5 points a night himself, along with double-digit rebounds. Now, they're facing a Charlotte team who lost 7 out of their last 10, and they certainly do a poor job of rebounding the basketball. These guys are grabbing fewer defensive boards a game than any other team in the NBA, except for one. And no real shock here, guys. The Charlotte Hornets, they have the second fewest wins in the entire Eastern Conference. Now, injury-wise, Oubre and Martin are still out for Charlotte. Meanwhile, for the Heat on the other side of things, Duncan and Robinson still out for them. When it comes to the total, Miami's 63% to the under in their road games. Meanwhile, Charlotte went 15-7 to the under in the Spectrum Center. I'm going to lean toward Miami -5, under 223. Next matchup I have for you, it is going to be Pacers, Grizzlies, 6 o'clock Eastern start time. Memphis is -9, totals 241. And even though the Pacers are banged up right now, I don't think the Grizzlies are playing good enough basketball to lay any type of points in this spot. They haven't been great as of late. Memphis lost their last 5 straight, and they also failed to cover in 7 out of their last 10. When it comes to rebounding the basketball, the Grizzlies have had a tough time grabbing defensive boards at home. They're facing an Indy team on the other side who's been playing some really bad basketball themselves. But I'll tell you what, they have had some success shooting the basketball. Indiana currently has one of the highest free throw percentages in the Eastern Conference. So doing a great job getting the job done at the stripe. They're also in the top 10 in the league in shooting the three-pointer on the road as well. Buddy Hield's making nearly 43% of his long balls. He's also scoring over 17.5 points a game. Meanwhile, Miles Turner is also scoring 17 points a game himself. And he's also drilling just about 40% of his three-pointers. Now, injury-wise, Tice, Halliburton, and Brown, they're all still out. Meanwhile, for Memphis on the other side, Green and Bain are doubtful. John Concher's still out for them as well. When it comes to the total in this one, Memphis saw overs against the likes of Cleveland, Phoenix, and this very Indiana team. Meanwhile, the Pacers saw 5 out of their last 8 get over the total themselves. I'm going to lean toward Indiana plus 9 over 241. Next ball game I have for you, it is going to be Clippers at the Cavaliers, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Cleveland's minus 5.5, totals 215. Now, the Cavs have struggled a bit over the past few weeks. They dropped 4 out of their last 6, and they may have to go to work without leading scorer Donovan Mitchell. He's currently listed as questionable to play here today. I'll tell you what, if that ain't bad enough, the Cavs are already one of the lower scoring teams in the NBA. They actually find themselves in the bottom 5 in the league right now in offensive points per game. Now, they're facing a Clipper team on the other side of things who's already in the top 3 in fewest points allowed per contest. A really good defensive team, very tough to score against. And when it comes to rebounding the basketball, LA is one of the best defensive rebounding teams on the road in the West. Now, Paul George, he's grabbing over 5 defensive rebounds a night. He's also the team's leading scorer with 23.5 points a game. Meanwhile, Kawhi Leonard, he's averaging 21 points a night himself, along with 6 rebounds. Meanwhile, as a team, the Red Hot Clippers are on a 5-game winning streak. When it comes to the injury report, Morris and Covington are questionable for the Clips. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, for Cleveland, Kevin Love and Donovan Mitchell, they are potentially inactive here today, officially listed as questionable to suit up. Now, when it comes to the total, Cleveland saw their last 4 straight stay under the total, 6-2 to the under in their last 8. Meanwhile, the Clippers saw unders recently against the likes of Dallas, Utah, and Houston. I'm going to lean toward the Clippers, plus 5.5, under 215. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video. It is going to be Pelicans at the Bucks, 8 o'clock Eastern tip-off. Milwaukee's the 10-point favorite, totals 234. And even though I hate this number here, the Bucks should be able to take care of business. They're 7-3 against the spread in their last 10. They've been real tough to beat in the Fiserv Forum. The Bucks are currently 19-5 straight up in their own arena, and they're one of the better rebounding teams in the game. Not only are they in the top 10 in the NBA in home defensive boards, they're also grabbing more offensive boards a game than any other team in the league except for one. Now, Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's currently averaging 12 rebounds a night. He's amongst the league leaders in that category. Of course, the Greek Freak also scores over 31 points a game. Meanwhile, Grayson Allen, he's also drilling over 40% of his shots from beyond the arc. They're facing a struggling Pels team who lost their last 7 straight, and they certainly struggle defensively on the road. These guys are currently in the bottom 10 in the NBA in road points allowed. Now, total-wise, New Orleans went 16-8 to the over while traveling. Meanwhile, Milwaukee saw 67% of their ball games at the Fiserv Forum get over the line. I'm going to lean toward Milwaukee minus 10 over 234. And with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and jump into our quick pick recap. Give me Miami minus 5 under 223. Indiana plus 9 over 241. LA Clippers plus 5.5 under 215. With my next and final free pick, I'm going to lean toward Milwaukee minus 10 over 234.